Should probably think of an intro. Alright, now this is the type of episode that I like to see. 13 minutes long, full of action, and leaves you with a twist at the end that just wants you craving for more. This episode is mostly about fighting and the way combat works inside RWBY and how the teams work together. Now, the beginning of the episode starts out with showing us why RWBY was flying through the air in the previous episode. RWBY and Weiss decided to catch a ride on Big Bird and ended up falling or jumping off. RWBY jumped, Weiss fell. RWBY crashed into John, and John tried to catch Weiss, but just ended up being her landing pad. Alright, so our four main pairings finally meet up with each other at the site and get their totem pieces and begin to head back toward the cliff. And they are still pursued by the Big Bird and the Giant Scorpion. All four pairings at the beginning work together, both to fight off both of the enemies. But then they branch off into their respective teams, which they're going to become later on.